What is going on? So here's that election gap. Let's see if we have any. I'll zoom out to the daily. I'll go weekly first. Look at all those levels from 517. Ooh, today was an inside bar? Oh, this week is an inside week. I meant. Okay. Look at 592. Okay. Alrighty. So we held this here. It wasn't perfect too. It's not going to go straight to here, you know. You have to look for clusters and touches. There's a lot of them right here. Um, so basically 584. Okay. So let me go back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Okay. Zoom out. That first thing I was on. All right. So what got me bullish was a couple things. This first pattern like this, I was like, all right, let's watch 584.10, right? Then we opened up above like that, made a flag all day long. I was pretty bullish, but we had um, we gapped down last night, basically. Interesting. If I do this, anyway, that's pre-market, so I don't want to dwell on it too much. The point is, you have this inverse VOMI thing where you start to flush down, and then you have to widen this out. So now, in this bull market, we have not seen these break down, but we technically have a rising sort of flag here. Just go like that. Let me take off the extended hours. Okay. So we do have this gap here. Let me go to like the hour, 30 minutes. Yeah, we'll see if we do above 591. Okay, let's go over today's trades. So for today, I did not have these marked, so I'm going to take them off. Let me put on the extended hours back again. So this was the big level. In pre-market, we had this drop that started to get strong. And I was watching this level here. Alrighty, so once we started over this, we took puts to this blue line. The reason why we took puts was because if you go to like the 3 minutes, it's probably easier to see. Yeah. This VOMI broke. Okay. So if you do here, we got to that 0.38 with the candle bodies in 3 minute. Right about there. But the point was it went to this blue line. We got out of puts and we really rocketed up. And I was like, hey, we're kind of making rising pattern here, another level here. And we did drop right here, but this just turned into another flag for the next, the higher push. So we got into calls here. Yeah, we did puts here. Calls were right there on this down candle. As soon as we were like, I was like, oh, we're gonna go. It was a ascending wedge. Let me get rid of that election gap. I'm gonna get rid of this too. I'm just sick of looking at it. So I bought this dip and then this dip. I don't think I was red, but it was near my entry, right about here. And then, speaking of another VOMI, right? A higher high that dumps, that was here. And we got in there. And I was like, oh, bear flag. We went all the way to this level. It was like, I don't remember the percentage, but that was a nice win. And then we got into calls right here. This is exactly what we got into calls right there as we held this level, which was given before the day started. And calls went, SPX went like 150% to here, but we got like 60, something like that. I think I screenshot it at 50, and right when we pushed up, I was like, okay, I'm out. Something like that. Amazon had a strong day, did not trade it. But if you look at the daily here, daily, you have this lower low, and to me, this is starting to break out. Let me go to the 65-minute. I'll try the 4-hour for now. Yeah. So Amazon's my top watch for tomorrow. I want over 205, 206 because of this zone here, right? We flushed it here. We held it twice, lost it. If we lose this 206 or reject it, I think we're going to come even lower. But we have a big push here. 210. Oops. Let me look at the 65-minute. All right, so I'm going to put an alert right there. And you guys aren't watching these because you're like, oh, how did you know? I wasn't in, da da da. I'm like, dude, are you putting the alerts or what? So I'll put it right here. Yeah. So it just got really oversold. And like I was doing the other day, when you put in an RSI, I'll just put the most basic one out there. So there was divergence here, right? It's basically on this level. That's not visible enough. And then here, oops, you have a higher low on the other side. This is bullish divergence. Okay, that means we're gaining strength, but we haven't crossed under this 30, right? So it's a higher low on the RSI, which is going to happen anytime you're breaking a falling wedge. So, and even if this went down, it would have been way stronger if it were like this, which it kind of was if you go to that wick. So yeah, so Amazon, if you see this, Amazon's my top pick for tomorrow. Get rid of that. Microsoft had a really strong day. Again, with that falling action that popped out. All right. Anytime you have falling action, you're looking for that. I don't even need to look at the RSI to know that there was divergence there. Tesla was really strong. I need to learn how to play more out of the money because Amy played some 370 calls, which is like crazy. But we got over this pre-market level here, and they went like crazy. The low a day here when she got in, I think on this dip here, was like 150 or 180, and they went to like three something. But I looked, and all the ones that are like, 340 and stuff, 345, they were like $1,000. It was crazy. Nvidia has earnings tomorrow, but as we see, very strong move today from Nvidia. Let's look at the 4 hour. All these charts basically bounce from being oversold. Wow, this one bounced way more. Wow, I had this 137. Crazy. Put it right there. This, like, to me, there's nothing to play here. It already went. But just like Amazon, dude, what is happening here? I would say this. There's more touches there. Just like Amazon, and again, it has to get through this 150. To me, it looks like we're going to come back down here and test this spot right here, right there. It's 143. We'll see. We will see. I won't touch it because it's earnings tomorrow. It's just way too expensive. PLTR, super strong, super strong. Yesterday we played calls right here. It's hard to see there. This has been a very boring stream. I'm sorry, guys. So this is yesterday. We played calls here and there, I believe it was. If I go to 5 minute. Yep. So we held that this morning. And if you got into calls, you just rode it up to a new high. So from right here to here was 50%. So from here to there, like I said, 50%, and it's a Thursday, so it's probably like 80. That's 100 if you held, and it looks pretty good for tomorrow. Hood was the other one. We broke this cluster here. Okay, well, you're definitely going to see that. Broke that cluster there. You're watching yesterday's high right there. Not this impulsive up, but the where we rejected big from, and touched this twice right there. So, but that was a great play, and you even retested this pre-market level, and kind of with yesterday, but right there. So that was Hood. Let me take my drawings off of here, so I have to. Like right now, okay. If I'm gonna look at Hood, which is at 36, there was someone in the Discord. His name was Candy, and he goes, "Yeah, I have my money in. I don't even remember what it was in. Square or something." And he was like, "What should I put my money?" No, it was in PayPal. It was in PayPal. And Hood was about right under 20. I said, "Buy it under 20." This was right here in August. And we dipped down here a little bit under 20. I said, "Buy it under 20," which is going to 35. And he didn't do it. So, Nvidia tomorrow is going to be holding the the market hostage, and I really hope it's not a slower day. Definitely could be with that going on. Tremendous day, huge gains. We've been on quite the roll lately. So do it again tomorrow.